everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Abby and I am on a health journey. Okay, so in this week's video, I'm gonna show you the tools that I'm setting myself up with this week. And most of that just happens to be meal prep. As I've said in the past, I'm not the type of person that actually physically preps their breakfast, lunch, and dinner for every day throughout the week. I would absolutely get 100% bored with that and waste a lot of the food. So when I meal prep, I like to make a variety of things that I can sort of mix and match. Before we get into my weigh-in for this week and some goals that I have, let's go see what I meal prepped for this week. And while Mary Kate is still here, I'm making her cut up all my chicken. So I got a bunch of, this was like a value pack from Aldi. Ceci, if you attack me right now. So I bought this food scale from the Mart of Walls. Lets you put it in a bunch of different units. We're gonna do ounces. Okay. So I got like 4 to 6 ounces, I guess. How much are you? Much more than 4 to 6 ounces. My aunt taught me this like a very long time ago, and it sounds really weird, but it's really good. It's just a bit of mayo, and then you just mix in some Parmesan cheese. You have to make Christmas cookies, okay? The day after Thanksgiving. It's just saying. The chicken is all prepped. I highly recommend doing this. Just get like a large pack and then have it prepped up in portions like this. It makes cooking so much easier. So these two, I just put 2 breasts together, like if I'm gonna make dinner for me and someone else, and then I just have 2 separate ones. And I just have 2 bags of strips and 2 bags of cubes for stir fries or whatever I want. So yeah, those are all prepped. I'm gonna bake these 2. I'm just gonna bake them in the oven, and then I'll slice them up and have these for salads. So that is like all of our chicken prep basically done. Okay, so I changed. So the next component of this week's meal prep that we're going to make is a warmed kale salad thing. I don't know. So here's what you need. Super easy recipe, just a bunch of kale. And if you've never cooked with greens before, they wilt down a lot. So I don't know how much of this we'll use. Maybe half the bag. And then some sliced mushrooms. I bought these whole and sliced them myself. They're always cheaper that way. A little bit of lemon, and then some bacon. We're not gonna use this whole thing, but I'm gonna probably cook the whole thing. I don't know, we'll see. And then also maybe a little bit of wine. Oh yeah, something else to note is whenever I buy bacon, I always get the uncured, which basically just means that it hasn't been like rubbed in salt and soaked that way for a long time. So if you look at the nutrition here, the sodium is much less than would be if it was cured. So I just split this pack in half. I think I've definitely showed this on my channel before, how I cook bacon in the oven. This is like a pizza rack, and I like cooking bacon this way because then all the extra fat just runs off into the pan below. And then I'll just have this in the oven or in the fridge throughout the week. If I make avocado toast or whatever, I can have some bacon with it. It's 50 calories a slice. And then the rest of this, I'm just gonna chop up for our sauteed kale. Alright, so our chicken's done. We're just cooking down the bacon. I'm probably gonna drain some of the grease off. And I highly recommend not doing this pantsless. Tips. Pro tip. Okay, so here's what it's looking like so far. I added a little wine to kind of deglaze the bottom of the pan. and then a little water to do the same thing. I don't want to cook to death the mushrooms and onions because as I heat it up through the week, I don't want it to be like just mush by the end. I added some garlic powder, salt, pepper, and just a little bit of crushed red pepper. I'm gonna let this cook just a little bit more, and then we're adding in our kale. Okay, next side that we're making are the roasted finger-length potatoes. I've made these before on my channel. And it's super easy. I'm gonna cut them in half and cover them in spices and throw them in the oven. It's super easy. Everything's super easy. Wow. Okay, so we are done. Here are the taters. They're so good. If you've never made them like this, they're great. They spent about 40 minutes, would you say?
Yeah, 40.
Yeah, like 40 minutes in the oven. I turned them over, just moved them around like that once.
375.
At 375. I'm just gonna put these in an anchor dish like this, and I'll portion them up through the week as I go, depending on like what I wanna have with what. Here's all of the kale mixture with the mushrooms, onion, and bacon. Here's the extra bacon. I'll eat this with avocado toast. You know I make that all the time. Here's 2 servings of chicken for salads. I've been obsessed with Caesar salads lately, and yeah, they're just so easy and my favorite thing. So these are 2 servings of dressing in here. This is the Caesar that I found at Aldi. The Tuscan Garden brand, if we can focus. I measure out a serving and then I dilute it with some lemon juice. Actually, like quite a bit of lemon juice because I like a more lemony Caesar. I keep it in here. So I'll just portion out 2 salads. Here's some spinach and then romaine under there. Here's the 2 breasts that I prepped. Like I said, I'll just top them with some panko and parsley and throw this into the oven. Make sure if you prep things in Pyrex like this that you put it into a preheated oven. I read that if you let it heat up with the Pyrex, that's when explosions and bad things can happen. Some other things I have, avocados obviously for the toast, tons of lemons. Aldi has really great bags of lemons. This week I picked up some pears. I still have an apple. And then I have a couple more kombucha in the fridge, but these are super nice to have in the morning. They give me energy and they just make my digestion feel better. So in case I get bored with any of that, I also like to have some things on hand in the freezer. So here's all my smoothie packs. On days that I don't have like chicken as a main meal, I'll probably make a smoothie with some of my Vega protein powder. Got some new bread for Ezekiel toast. These are the gyoza that I showed you before. They're so good, and I'll eat those with like a good portion of broccoli or something. And then there's all the chicken back there that we prepped. But this gyoza and like steamer veggies are super easy to turn to. So yeah, here is everything for this week. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. This past week was Thanksgiving break, and I told you guys I really wanted to go hard with my exercise and my diet, and I think I accomplished that. The weigh-in for this week, I am about the same as when I left. Now, the week before that, I did gain weight because I messed up. I turned to fast food a few times, and it happens. So right now, I am in between like 207 to 209, and that's fine. It's up from my lowest, which was 206. So today is the 25th, I believe. So that means there's exactly 1 month until Christmas. And my goal before Christmas is to be at 199.8. So just to get under 200 pounds. And I'm really trying to set myself up with the tools to achieve that. I'm gonna go back to counting my calories. I'm doing more meal prepping, and something really exciting when it comes to fitness is that I just purchased the Grace Fit guide. If you don't watch Grace Fit UK, she's amazing. She is, I think, a few years younger than me, but she is studying music in Oxford. She is hilarious. and she has a whole fitness guide. So I'm gonna start doing that tomorrow, and that's gonna give me a finite schedule for my workouts. And as for this video, let me know if you liked this sort of casual meal prep. I've done ones in the past that are more in-depth recipe videos, and this one was kind of just glimpses into the things that I'm doing to get ready for the week. So let me know which kind you like, if you liked either of them. I think what I'm learning lately is that the scale's not always going to go down, and that's fine, but I have to remind myself that when I gain, it's not reading in the 230s anymore or the high 220s. Like, it's a few pounds difference, and that's gonna happen. I'm ready to just dive in and be dedicated to what I'm eating and moving my body, and yeah, living that healthy lifestyle. So if you are on a journey, I hope all is well with you. I hope your Thanksgiving was great, and know that no matter what, we can get back on track. And I'm ready for the holidays, guys. We have like 2 weeks of school plus finals left, and I'm ready. I'm ready for a little break, but not a break from this journey. So yeah, I'd love to talk to you guys down in the comments. If you're not already, maybe follow me on Instagram. My handle is the same as on YouTube. It's just abgetsfab. And if you're not already, please subscribe to this channel so you know when I upload a new video. And I hope everyone has had a great Sunday. All right, bye guys.